Hi guys, over the past 2 months I was working on this spread and I finally got it absolutely right and it's really functioning unbelievably well. This is for the people who basically want to find out if there is a possibility of reunion and if they should actually go with their exes, what is going on in their heads, if this is a wise idea, etc., etc., etc. It kind of like will describe sort of the past situation that brought you to this basically question what is currently going on in their heads, in your heads, and also near and far future. So let me introduce you the cards that actually I picked. This took a while to find the right combination. So I'm calling the spread Cat Tarot Nose Spread. So you can only see it here. So the first actually card that I have is the Magician. The reason that I picked this one first, one is a number one in numerology. And when you have number one, this is basically beginning. Also, the Magician is a card of sort of starting on a new journey, just to see if you have all the tools available to go in this new relationship and if that can create this chemistry. And also because it's a number one, what are the thoughts on a new beginning? The second card I took here is a Temperance reversed. And it's purposely reversed because here it means merging two opposites, but here it means two opposites or two different kind of entities are not merged, which is basically what is bringing you to this question, because you really want to know why things didn't work out and what went wrong. Maybe that was not communicated to you, maybe you didn't communicate it, maybe you didn't even recognize it in you, but this is what went wrong. So this is a significator for the ladies. This is, and I took Queen of Wands. Please don't go into this horoscope signs. Frankly, I'm so tired of reading horoscope signs in cards, because like every card is like archetype, and this is like the sexy archetype that is like charging, and she wants her man, she wants her mate. This doesn't have to be necessarily a woman. So either you're man or female, this is basically who you are, and the other person is going to represent your partner. For the guys, it's going to be the awkward kind of things around, but also keep in mind, because I'm getting here energies not only for all of you who are actually listening to this, the subscribers that I'm connecting, but I'm also getting the energy of that one more person and all these exes that you're bringing to the table. So I need to kind of like find it more generic, so this can be switched. So you have to figure out if this person is more this or this, which one is you. Then we have Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands is a communication cards and things being up in the air. Basically, simply I want to see over this timeline how the communication went and if that was the problem. Then we have another significator of that person. So I said like that they're interchangeable. You have to find out if that is like the guy you're inquiring about or if this is you. And again, I took a King of Wands, again, charisma, passion, because that's what we get attracted to. And obviously, if we are considering reunion or we are still thinking about somebody in the past, this is what is holding us basically captive in our thoughts. Then we have a card of Judgment. So this is card very difficult for many of people to understand. So we kind of like see the angel coming trumpeting, basically freedom, and everybody's kind of raising from the dead. So obviously this is talking about if our life was well lived, if we learned the lessons and what lessons we had to learn. So in this particular case is how that other party sees the past and sees basically how they contributed to the things that happened and what was going on in their head, right? Sometimes you get really surprised when you kind of feel you are the wrong one, and then you find out from them they feel they're the wrong one. And lastly, I took a Four of Wands, which kind of can be reunion, can be celebration, but keep in mind that many people are talking about this card as a marriage, which also can be, but in this particular case, significator here is what are the thoughts of reunion? Is reunion in the store, and even if it's wise? So basically, we have this 7 cards, which is kind of like really spiritual number. Also, if you look the numbers, like 1 plus 14 is like 15, and 8, 23, 53, and 4, 57, it is 12, it's 3, it's like something with this yellow, 3 is connected to this yellow, and as you see, I kind of picked the yellows because this is kind of uplifting sun color, and I wanted to see what basically stands behind it. So this is the intro, guys, and so what I'm considering right now every month to have that as well, or at the very least give it a try for Venus retrograde and see how it goes sign by sign. Okay, so this is enough for the intro, so let's start with reading. I just want to add that this spread is available for private reading, and in that case, like you really know who are the significators, we are going to assign to significators their birth date and their names, and we are going to be able to move forward with extremely specific energy. So for those of you who are wondering if the reunion is going to happen, or what you have to look for, what are the best words to use, etc. This is a great spread. And definitely you can ask when you're ordering that to be included in your reading or to be the feature of your reading, because then I can do it with tarot cards and I can do with Versibila cards, and we can go a few crosses just to make sure that we got all these finesses right. And again, for private reading, check my website, cattarot.ca, and I'm taking bookings right now. You have chunks of 20, 40, or 60 minutes, and I'm looking forward to actually hearing back from you. For now, let me start doing the sample readings so that way you can actually see what to expect. Thanks. Love you guys. Hi Pisces, it's your turn. I figured out it's since your birthday. Let's see what basically we have in the store regarding possibility of a previous partner returning, or if you have some kind of wobble issues in a current partnership. Let's see how they reflect. In fact, this is my second take because my kitty was like, insisting that she has to be here, that I was starting 3 or 4 times, and I realized that 90% of the recording is cat, so I figured I'll start again. So that's why I don't have to shuffle because it's already done. So magician number 1 is showing me what tools are needed for this particular relationship. So the first line I'm going to do is going to give me the base and the past of this. So the first card over here is 8 of Cups. So this looks like somebody was leaving. So, or somebody's thinking about leaving. Now, since it's in the past, somebody has left. And it looks like the price was too high to pay for emotions. Okay, so what basically went wrong? What things did not glue properly? Because upright, temperance shows like merging two things that they don't necessarily belong together, but they kind of like merging chemistry. So I see she really loves your scopes, and she brings luck to people. So are you going to bring luck to Pisces? Really? Really? Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Are you a pretty girl? Okay, now you really, really, really have to leave us alone. Please? Please? Safi, come on. This is the 5th time. Whew. Ooh. So, in the past, you guys were trying to build a friendship as a base for this relationship. And so, this is not necessarily a bad thing. So, I just like see if you actually have managed to build this friendship. Right. Safi, that's it. You have to leave me half an hour ago. Please. So how does he see you? Oh, he sees you as something that he's not fully over with, or he didn't get over you. That this way is transformation, but that this way is still lingering around, holding on to emotions, or he can see maybe that you are like overly emotional and that you're not able to recover, or that you're not letting this love die. I mean, this all can be very positive in a certain kind of like aspect, but like, I mean, this is now conflicting, this somebody leaving, and then this means somebody doesn't want this to die. So let's see what is the story going to tell us. As far as communication, it looks like it was a lot of hurtful communication, words that were piercing your heart, because swords are words and ideas. And this is like the biggest harm you can do. It's like when somebody kind of like stabs you with a knife, you have a wound, and then you put the bandages, and disinfectant on it, it's healing. But this enters your system and it kind of circulates, and then you're kind of reinforcing the same thing yourself, and then you're inflicting the wounds over and over again. So this is why the Three of Swords is considered such a bad thing. But since it's in reverse, it's like connected to somebody from the past, where you're trying so hard to heal, because look, these clouds, that are clouds this way, here they look like cushions, as if you're trying to kind of sanitize yourself that this is not that bad. So how is your partner seeing himself or herself? Whoa, boy, are they ever like self-absorbed. They really feel themselves as sunny and happy, and this can also mean arrogant. This can also mean not up to the task. This also actually can mean being burnt. So what are the lessons that you have already learned in the past? You have learned that high passions can end up in disaster, and the proper grounds have to be made. So it's kind of interesting that you have Ace of Wands and you have Ace of Pentacles. So you have these beginnings in the past. Now let's see regarding the reunion in the past. Yeah, interesting. Look, in this card, you have the Chariot. And you have somebody who is leaving behind everything to kind of forge forward. So he has two opposing forces, or two different forces. Remember why I chose the Temperance? Because you have to merge two things for a relationship. So here, and he has the sunshine and sun and stars in his card. So basically, this card is like so packed with symbolism then until really somebody explains it to you, you don't really get it. Now look at it, just all the signs in his little skirt. Like he's like really armed with every single kind of spiritual thing he can have. Because look, he's not holding these sphinxes by anything. He's like literally pushing them forward with the strength of his emotion. So here he's showing that he's able to do that, and he's able to kind of like have this victory with kind of uniting the opposing forces. But now this card is upside down. This means the opposing forces are not united. This means right now, like, I mean, there is no victory. And guess who's getting off the table? Good lordy, she's so protective of you. So guys, this is like on the reunion, and this basically shows that in the past, even if you tried, it was unsuccessful, or you kind of couldn't merge properly, which kind of like, I think it was surprising to you, because you had such a range of emotions. You have this passion, you had this willingness to build something. Then like it was somebody walking away, then you know somebody really trying to work on it, somebody just like putting the sunny part in it. It was like very confusing. It looks like lots of ups and downs. So let's come to the present and let's see what's happening in terms of tools. What did you manage to kind of work on in the meantime? Pisces, this is your domain. Romance. Either you're learning how to flirt with each other, or you learn how to actually better approach relationship. But certainly having a cup is a really, really good tool. So it looks like somebody will walk away, maybe looking for something that is missing, and coming back recharged. Okay, so what would be needed to glue this relationship? Lovely. This is one of the cards that I look for. Actually, in fact, reversed is unbelievably, I'm happy when I see it reversed. Because this is a card of a thief. It's somebody who's trying to get as much as he can. You know, when a person comes in a relationship and he's just taking advantage of it, and can I get this, and can I get that, and can I get that? But here, you know, you might lose everything, and you can as well fess up. So to me, actually, this is a card of apology. So basically what you need to glue is like, you need to kind of speak words out. And these words that were hurting you, these are words again. Swords are words, because with words we express ideas, and swords are ideas, and something that really, really shows mental ability. And that's why they're so dangerous, because they're like really not really filtered. They're still not showing passion, they're just showing coldness. So here it's showing that things have to be communicated in order to be built again. So let's see at present how he sees you. Well, he sees you that possibly you'll be making a decision. So here's somebody who is not making sure. There are two possibilities. One, kind of like he's or she is leaning stronger toward. And you see the world in this person's, hand. But the person is looking away, right? Person is like really not sure if he or she should look in the past. This way, decision has been made, or decision is just about to be made. So he's seeing you as somebody who will have decision in his or her hands. As far as the communication present, well, it is your birthday after all. It looks like that somebody might be, I can't even talk today and I don't know why. I didn't have a drink, I'm not using drugs, I don't smoke, so no excuse other than that I really worked 11 hours and I'm still trying to get through a few of these. Alright, this means, look, you have a happy home. You have security of the pentacles. Look, you have a family crest. So these are like several generations you have. Husband and a wife, and a kids, and the older person over here, and dogs, and loyalty. So this is telling me that, communications are going to be, I'm going to give you everything. Or you guys are willing to commit to everything. This also can mean birthday wishes. Since it's your birthday, somebody might be taking advantage of that to try to kind of sneak into your world again. So how he sees himself right now. He doesn't see himself as a happy camper. Right? So he had the sun, and we still have lots of yellow in this card. So he's not feeling unhappy. Let's put it this way. He's like not happy. But he's sort of like, when you feel, like when you win a second prize or third and you were aiming for the first one, that's the feeling. Kind of like he does feel that this is going somewhere because there's like this light is lifting up, right? Because you see this yellow is on both on top and bottom. So that card means it's actually a positive card on both ends. But it's kind of delayed or something is like, in it, right? So let's see what else did we learn about the past. Ooh, we learned that pain is hard. And maybe that's what's happening. Look, because this is 9 and this is 9. And 9s are the last stages of learning. Then at 10 you have, okay, so what did I learn? And so sort of like you're finishing one grade and then you're going to start another. The moment when you say, wow, I'm done. Yes, I did it. That moment you're in the next grade. So this is kind of the card. This is also meaning that you're crying and going to be still some kind of like sleepless nights or anxiety about what's going to happen. But let's see the possibility of this reunion in the present. Well, it is possible. This card means that things are not finished. This will be the finishing stage, just like that finishing the grade and going up. So these 9 stages, this is almost the same card. It's just about done, but it's not done yet. So obviously, they're still dealing with the past and what past can do. So let's go now 1 month in the future and see in this 1 month what happens about the lessons and the feeling you have about building it. Well, in about a month time, you're not going to feel that fortunate. You're going to feel maybe that kind of like back has been turned on you, or maybe there are a few things that will really not go your way, or maybe this kind of romantic feelings that you want to communicate, well, maybe they didn't make you happy. Maybe, it was not what you want to hear, or you basically said something and you didn't get gratification or justification back. So let's see what happened with this apology and things that really need to be done. Well, this is good. 6 is basically also a card of reunions. So what needs to be done to glue this back is kind of dwelling on good things you had in the past. You see, if apology happened, then do not dwell on the bad things. Somebody's trying to repair them. Now this is basically saying focus on good things. And if you have kids, it's saying like, kids are going to go through all these things like, unharmed. So how he sees you in a month from now? He sees you as somebody balanced. He sees somebody who actually does have a normal of give and take. right? And so we will see when we get to him, like, does he see you as somebody who's receiving or somebody who is giving? Communication. Whoa, there is the wish card. Like, both of you will wish communication. So this is happening within a month. So this is still during Venus retrograde, guys. Like, this is basically promising for a reunion if you want it. And on a really good positive grounds. That's what you had in the past. That very friendship that you wanted to build, that kind of like did fell through, is basically going to be the good base of your relationship, because like you see, you have these pentacles. They're really important to build something long and lasting. So how he feels? Wow. He feels passionate. He feels he wants to charge forward. He's looking to your future. And like right now, that was the delay he's waiting for. This is also, you see, delay. It's also yellow. Look at how much yellow you have. This is like so much hope. Like even this card of star, look at this, like the biggest star is yellow. Like, I mean, you cannot find a bigger card than hope, than yellow. That's why I picked all these cards to add to number 3. Number 3 is like represented with color yellow and with hope. And let's see the judgment. What else is to learn? Well, this person is keeping his pentacle, let's say holding his money to the chest. So again, it's not a negative card. I would say it's a neutral card. But it shows, like, look, do you really think that you want to come and hug this person? Like, he's like even stepping on everything. He really, really wants everything for himself. But what really worries me in this picture, in this card, is like that he's holding this like shield over his heart chakra. So this is kind of like guarded. And this is coming with, look, passion turned into kind of like nightmare and turned into being like completely guarded, right? So these are lessons you need to learn, that obviously all these things, like too much passion, swinging the other way to too much anxiety, or like even finding like equilibrium, like in guarding, it's like not a solution. So let's see reunion. Page of Pentacles in reverse. See, Pentacles, Pentacles, Pentacles. So this is a good card. It's still delay when it's like opposite, but it shows somebody who is building, but is building it very, very, very slow. So you guys do have reunion in your cards. You can go to this person. This person is not hurtful. This person might come across as arrogant. This person can come overly emotional. I still didn't discover which one of two of you is this romantic. Maybe both of you. Maybe you have that in common, because look, I have passion, I have a passion, I have a passion. I have emotion, and then I have pentacles. So it looks like what you guys had in common was like really emotional. It was like literally pure emotions. You didn't have another, well, maybe this might mean a third party, but this can also mean a third party in a way that, let's say he was married before, she was married before, and then somebody's like basically stepping in and just annoying you. Or this can mean his work is like coming in a way. This can literally mean another person who is maybe not even a person he cheats with, but certainly the person who is like forcing into it, but that you didn't feel it was handled properly, and you didn't feel that he was your friend by how he handled it. Maybe he felt, hey dude, now you're with me, I want your like address book to be burnt. And so sort of like, right, that's why this whole communication has to happen. And this actually signifies communication. This communication has to be built brick by brick by brick, and certainly not by guarding. So Pisces, happy birthday. So again, the Hierophant you had in the bottom of the deck means being unconventional, and sort of like doing things not in a rush and overly syrupy way. Do not cave into the emotions. You guys are very emotional. You guys are very, very sweet. And you're going to continue being sweet. But this is your wish coming true, and going to come through communication. Somebody might wish you happy birthday. Somebody may already done it because this is the present. But if somebody did it, just keep in mind who that was. So as far as which person he sees you at over here, because I want to see this, he sees both of you as these two guys. he sees that both of you have to give and take, right? And I think you maybe to each other have to give apologies for what have been done, and sort of like go back to building this friendship, building it brick by brick, not being guarded, not kind of like sweating your nights out and thinking that it's their person. Um, you guys really don't have hindrances over here. So enjoy it, and good luck to your Pisces. Love you. Bye.